There is something that I want us to talk about in today's episode, right? So, there's something that I saw or during the cross examination that came in as the lawyer Usbanda was cross examining Bongani Ntanzi, right? There are a lot of things, especially around the doctor. There are a lot of things that did not make sense at all, like logically, so they did not make sense. Let's make an example about this one. So Sbanda says, the doctor confirmed that you never had a gold tooth. Then Bongani Ntanzi responded by saying, as he was checking, he told the lady to inform me that I never had a gold tooth. Listen to what Sbanda is going to say, right? Then Sbanda said, yes, you see, the doctor was fair and independent. Wait. I don't know if you see what this man was doing here. I do not know. Ntanzi responded, I do not know that. I am hearing it for the first time. Well, Ntanzi was in the business of answering questions, and I'm very glad the way he answered questions in court. Right? I was very impressed. But what the man does, or what Usbanda was basically doing here, was that he's going to make the doctor's fault look small and make the doctor to appear like he was as independent as you may think. And I want us to remember something. Actually, there's an information that has just recently came to my attention, or was brought to my attention by people who are qualified dentists, and I'm going to show you something that these people are doing behind the scene. The Brigadier Geninder and the others that are doing behind the scene, threatening people that are exposing these people, right? Take, for instance, there is a dentist doctor that came out and said, listen, this doctor is lying. There are things that this doctor had said which we don't do as dentists. We don't do. He needs to be exposed for that. Guess what? Because that doctor wrote that information on Twitter, guess what? Within a space of few minutes, they sent him they sent her messages telling her that the why is she going against the state? Look at how efficient they are when they are investigating people who are exposing the truth. But when they have to investigate the real truth, they are not efficient. I'm telling you, that doctor posted something today. They were able to get her number and they were able to get every information, and they sent that information to her. If you are not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Come on, good people, because to subscribe it is free, to like the video it is free, to comment in the comment section below it is free of charge, to click the notification bell it is free of charge, to share this video it is free of charge, to watch this video until the end it is free of charge. Also, good people, come on, to watch the ads it's free of charge, and that's how you financially contribute to this YouTube channel. Speaking about financially contribution to the channel, you can become a member of this YouTube channel from as little as 20 Rand a month. You can also use the super thanks button. In case you don't want to do that, guys, there is a way where you can use my media company banking details to donate to the channel, and you know what I'm saying, we'll bring you more, and also guys want to buy more equipment. So the power is in your hands. Please do the honorable thing as we proceed. So if the dentist doctor was fair and independent, it will not be a problem if another doctor who is a dentist will come and testify, because like I said, what the doctor said is the truth. So every other doctor who might come and testify will probably say the same thing because it's the truth, right? Why is it that now they are threatening that doctor? Revealing that when you didn't do this, like I'm telling you, I've seen the SMSs. These people are dirty. We are playing with death. We're not playing, Tina. We are dealing with dirty people who are not willing to see anybody that is going to stand against them. I was in another podcast that time yesterday in Tandon's channel where I was telling people that I had faced threat from them. Mind you, I as a YouTuber, by dealing with them and exposing their shenanigans, they have threatened my life for that, right? And they've look, some were telling me that they were gonna send hitmen to me, and some were trying to get me arrested. That's how desperate they are. They are not willing to see anybody that is going to stand up there and also, look and say anything opposite to them. This dentist doctor probably sent her a list of information. It is here. I've got it. It's here, right? It's only a matter of time before we deal with the ones that are busy standing on the way of the truth. If the doctor was there telling the truth and was independent, why are they scared when other dentist doctors are standing up and revealing that no, this and this, we don't do it as the doctors? And let me show you something. Things that things that show that there is something wrong with these people, right? I'm going to look. Remember when Dr. Watwat was checking Ntanzi issues of hearts and all the stuff? He was writing all those nonsensical things that he wasn't even supposed to be writing there, right? Saying, no, I as a doctor, I am qualified to write certain things, but if I see things, I recommend. You should not have touched Ntanzi, especially when it comes to things that are not pertaining to dentists. You should not have touched us, but they did it. Now there are doctors that are coming up and say, no, that's not what we do as doctors, right? And then again, Ntanzi says, I was taken to all these places against my will. If they allowed me, I would have been able to call somebody to bring my medical aid card so I could be checked, right? So Ntanzi was simply saying, had I been allowed here to use my medical aid, I would have brought a person of my choice. So to say that here everything was done free and voluntarily, even my medical aid, or look, even with this medical thing, it was their will, and I was taken to the person of their choice, whom they have a relationship with, because we can tell that that dentist doctor had look, he went to that court and lied. And I can tell you this, some of this will catch up with you, and you need to watch this video. Your lies will catch up with you, and everything that is going to happen to you, it's going to be legally done to you for lying in court. It's going to catch up with you. And I'm saying this, something is going to happen to you, and that does not involve anything that is illegal. Legally so, something is coming up for lying in court. That what you did in court, it's got a chance where you must come and account. Somewhere you will come and account. Rest assured, for lying in court, right? There will be legal implications for that. And I'm not the one to press it. But I'm telling you, something is coming up, right? Sbanda, did you tell Dr. Tihokwe, this is the doctor that has all the lies, right? Did you tell Dr. Tihokwe that you were assaulted in Ntanzi? I didn't, look, he didn't even ask me, right? Sbanda, did you not think it was the perfect place to be checked? By who? Dr. Tihokwe, the dentist doctor. Guys, if this was a medical doctor, a doctor that deals with this, because the same Dr. Tihokwe had said that this is not his fear. He only check people like physically, so he only deal with the physical aspect. He doesn't deal with the inside. So why would you even bother telling a person who had said it under record that he doesn't check things inside? He deals with just what he sees outside, because he's not a qualified doctor to deal with such. If he sees something that he doesn't understand, he referred to the right person. Why must Ntanzi tell that doctor? It doesn't make sense. Matters of logic, right? Sbanda, so you forgot that you told this court that doctor came with something that had a light. Ntanzi, yes, he came with that and an object that resembled a spoon to check my teeth. He also ran the same thing under my tongue. Right. Remember, mind you, you're talking about a doctor that came with something like a spoon. Now that doctor had written a letter about a heart condition. Guys, These people, they put you under something where it focuses on this part, right? If you've been into a dentist doctor, it focuses on this part, but that person has got an audacity to write about this inside. That same person confessed that he does not have the equipment to deal with the inside of this of you, but he writes about Ntanzi's condition and heart condition. Where do you get that audacity? Because when in court you said that you do not deal with that, you are only looking a person just on the physical aspect, and you made a determination of Ntanzi's heart condition just by looking at Ntanzi's condition. That's a lie. You are bringing the name, the profession of dentist into disrepute. You are lying, right? But yeah, they are there to defend you, because now they are busy going around threatening everybody. Any dentist doctor that is going out there to expose this liar, they are there now making sure that nobody expose their doctors. Why? If what they are telling, that look, what the Dr. Tihokwe had said was the truth, why are they going after these doctors? It shows they are hypocrites, they are liars, right? Sbanda, so you forgot that you told this court that let's leave this one, right? Sbanda, from here, the doctor says there were no injuries. Who is this doctor to begin with? Ntanzi, I would like to know when the doctor checked me for when did the doctor check me for all these things? Because he came with something like a steel and look through my teeth. That was my point. Those are the things that I wanted us to pay attention to. You have the equipment to check. You see this part. If they give me any result about from this part going upward, because they've got that material. It's like guys going into I forgot their name, where they deal with your eyes, right? It's like going into those doctors to check your eyes. Suddenly they are telling you that there is a problem with the nerves on your feet. We have checked them. They give you a thorough details on that. You are not a podiatric doctor. Please, I'm not here in a podiatric clinic. You have no right to diagnose my feet. If you see that there is a problem with my feet, you refer me to a podiatric doctor. It is a podiatric doctor that can diagnose me here, not you. It's not your responsibility. You are not qualified for that. Yes, you are a doctor, but not qualified for this part, right? It's like, guys, seeing a general practitioner, a doctor who's a GP, operating your heart and doing all. There are things in your body that requires a specialist, right? But this person here was doing everything. So Ntanzi was trying to highlight this, that when did you check all this heart condition? When you came with something just to look at my teeth and my tongue, when did you check my heart, right? You should have asked me to give you my medical aid, because I have one. I would have then given that information, given you my medical aid, which would have given you access to a medical doctor that would have checked the conditions that you want, not to go around now and tell me that I've got everything covered. Hey, come on. So these people are lying. Even here, they are lying under oath. Ntanzi confirmed that the signature contained in the document are his. So you signed both documents without being assaulted anything. Ntanzi, I've already said that it was to confirm that the doctor had checked me for the gold tooth, which I was like, okay, at this moment, Vele, Ntanzi has been beaten anyway. So I don't get it. Like, come on, guys, come on. Ntanzi, what I like is that the doctor that wrote this, it's the doctor that wrote this, it's not me. I never said you wrote this. The doctor wrote this from your answers. Look, let's now focus on Ntanzi. Says, wait, which answers? Because he never asked me any question. This is the doctor. And like, guys, I'm telling you, this is the doctor that And you remember this doctor, as he was being pressed, I think, by Advocate Mnisi, he then says, no, I mean, I didn't come to answer all these questions. I came to say other things, but not these questions. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, wait a minute. That's quite interesting, yeah? What he's saying, it's quite interesting. No. I didn't come to answer all these questions, because he knew that one way or the other, the questions that he's now answering, it will put his profession like under microscopical eyes. And some people out there, they've looked into how he answered, and they are saying, we need to deal with this doctor legally, and we need to make sure that we hold him accountable. He needs to come and explain, why did he say 1, 2, and 3? Because he lied here and here and here. For now, I'm not going to tell you, but I'm telling you, something is coming up for that doctor. He will be held accountable legally for the things he said and the lies that he went to that Pretoria High Court to say, right? Then this man asked this question: do you have TB or lung disease? Ntanzi, I have never had any of this, and I keep saying that I had nothing to do with this. But are you on medication, Ntanzi? No. The doctor says no. So he was trying to say, because the doctor says no, therefore it authenticates what the doctor says, in defense of Ntanzi, I was kind of like, I wish I was in the mind of Ntanzi, and I was going to ask this simple question. Just because we know that you are, I don't know what is an advocate, just because we know that you are a lawyer's banda, and just because we know that you once cross-examined Bongani Ntanzi, and just because we can accurately put it even on date and time, does it make the next following sentence correct? Does it give me the right to write anything else and that things must be believable just because I got the first information right? No, just because they said Bongani Ntanzi doesn't have TB doesn't necessarily mean every word that they write is correct. Like I said, somebody once wrote and said, I have seen people being arrested in my presence. I have never seen a person being read their rights. This thing of people say they've read somebody's right, where are they getting it? Because I myself, I've seen other people getting arrested. I've never seen somebody being read their rights, ever. I've never seen that. So these lies here, I'm going to catch up with some of them. I'm telling you. Usbanda, this information that will fall in your personal knowledge, Ntanzi, I have nothing to do with this. Let's continue. Have you ever been pregnant? And Ntanzi, I don't think anyone like myself will ever fall pregnant. What's that, Ntanzi? Hey, Ntanzi, I agree with you there. Nama was kind of felt like questions such as this one. Yeah, the doctor wrote that you are not pregnant. So does it authenticate the lies that the doctor wrote upon Ntanzi? Does it authenticate that? He did not have these things, they call what, this, it's called microscope, what, I forgot, the ones that these medical doctors are using, right? He did not even have that. He had the light, using the light to check the tongue and the teeth. The next thing he writes about the heart, the healthiness of the heart. He himself said that I only look at you physically and make the determination on physical condition, on what I can see physically. The next thing he writes about the inner side of the heart, then that report must be believable. Who is insane and who is so mad that can believe the man who said, don't believe what I say? The next foolish question that he gets to ask is that, how will the doctor have known? Come on, Ntanzi has been arrested. This police would have asked Ntanzi any question of their choice. Ntanzi has been arrested by this police for a long time, right? Even a day is still long to have asked all these questions, right? Remember, they said that the police station, for instance, they take care of you, they ask you the medication and all the stuff. Such a question would have been asked to Ntanzi a long time ago before they brought him to the doctor, if you don't remember. Do you remember they brought that police who said that they get to ask you about whether or not are you on medication, so that if you are on medication, they get you the medication. So such questions would have done, they would have answered all those questions to the police. And that information or such information would have been taken and given to the doctor. Now the doctor writes that information. So you can't ask the question, how will have this doctor known about it? That's not a foolish question that you get to ask. Sibanda, have you ever had an operation done that says no? That's what the doctor wrote. Have you ever smoked? So just because of all those things, guys, come on. There are some people, sometimes they speak and you kind of feel like you are disrespecting the profession you are representing here. There is nothing out of you that seeks to suggest to me that, wow, what a profession and blah, 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 blah. You know, if a person that is looking in here, looking to hire a lawyer, just look, someone you can, there's a lawyer that you can hire here, right? Like the questions that you are asking, come on, man, come on. Yeah. Let's do a simple exercise. This is a question that requires yes or no. Are you a smoker? And Ntanzi, I've never been a smoker. But Dr. Rotlongana right here. And Ntanzi, hey, I've never smoked in my entire life. Right? So now we must say that just because he wrote that, you must then believe. This Bongani Ntanzi has been with Abu Mukwane all the time, traveling on that on that Fortuna. They knew whether he smokes or not. It's a simple, basic knowledge that they would have known whether he smokes or not, because one of them probably is smoking. He would have said, do you want cigarette? Or even if they're not smoking, you know, when they want to get you comfortable so they can tell, so that you can say the things that they want you to say, they can ask you, are you smoking? So that you can give you what you want, so that you can give them what they want in return. Come on. Hi man, guys, come on. Look, Ntanzi says, I will also ask the defense to bring my file from work. But there is only one person in this case who saw Magistrate Konye and Dr. Tihokwe. Ntanzi, the state must also remember that I never requested to go to those white lady or that doctor. I was like, come on, Ntanzi, come on, deal with this man. I've never been admitted to a hospital. Exhibit JJ from Magistrate Konye also contains the same information. Perhaps they were told by someone, but it's definitely not me. Like that answer from Ntanzi. So how does Exhibit V1 and J say the same thing? And Ntanzi, that's not your business to answer such a question, right? Ntanzi, even the medical examination did not last longer. I was checked and told to remain outside. It was during COVID-19 pandemic. So you did not have the opportunity to ask doctor why he made you sign the look outside. Look, I'm not gonna dwell much on this, but I was so annoyed by the questions that were asked by this the so-called advocate. I don't know, he's an attorney, lawyer, whatever you call him. Sibanda, that's his name. I'm so annoyed by the questions that he asked them. I mean, honestly speaking, you know, there are things that are against your will, such as Bonnet as being cross-examined by them. But I feel like if you are doing your job, like you need to excite us and show us that indeed you are doing your job. But the questions that you get to ask, you kind of feel like, come on, these are grade 1 questions, man. Come on, hey man, like come up with an argument. And yeah, man, we should be sitting there and be like, we don't like you, but we like the way you're doing things. But nevertheless, I'm telling you, abanye babo. I'll keep quiet. Lies have got the tendency of catching up with you just when you are unprepared, just when you think you are done. But lies will catch up with you and deal with you decisively, right? I'm telling you, it's just that it's so late in a way because there was a plan. But I'm not going to reveal the plan. But there was a plan and the motion in place to say that doctor's thing must be rebutted by some well-informed sources, right? But it might happen, it might still happen. I'm so annoyed by the things that I heard especially concerning the doctor. And mind you, that was just before I could receive the information that I received, which some of it I've just shared with you. I was so annoyed by that question and all this stuff, and I kind of felt like, you know what, there's something wrong here with the way Ntanzi is being questioned, right? We don't feel excited about the way he's being questioned. But again, you might have seen the proceeding in court. Tell me what you think about everything that you've just seen today, the daily proceeding of today. I just want to know from your perspective. You and I, guys, will see each other in the next video. But until then, please take care.